Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Richie Grant. And Coach, I know kind of a rough week for you last week. Played a close one in the midweek game, then faced a very good team on the weekend in UConn. So let's first of all go back to last week in the midweek. Close 1-0 loss to UCF.
And our games at UCF have gone like that, Jeff. We were very disappointed to leave there with nothing. First goal was so important in the game. I think they scored right out of half-time. It was a great free kick. So I didn't think Uzi had much of a look at it, and he had saved one earlier in the game. And from then on, we controlled the tempo and the chances. Unfortunate to hit the post. We got Mark a great look in behind, and the keeper made a good save. But I thought we, outside of scoring, we certainly played well, created some chances. But the first goal has stood so often in this league and in the season that it's really important that we set ourselves up to try and go get that goal. And not even early in the game, but the first one in the game. And so we were very disappointed with ourselves to just leave with absolutely nothing from such maybe a strong performance. But the first half, we maybe didn't have enough to go get the first goal. And it kind of kicked in the second half when the goal came, the game changed and it came alive.
You've talked so much coming into the season about the importance of getting a 2-goal lead, a 2-0 lead, but this year in this league, and as tight as it is, we've seen a lot of these 1-0 scores pop up.
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of everything. I mean, teams are good. They can play on the break. A lot of good centre forwards. Central Florida have a good centre forward. Rutgers have. South Florida obviously do. UConn do. When you have a striker that can, we do. So it's important that they take those opportunities when they come.
You talked about some solid teams, and you just mentioned UConn, and they were going to be one of the better teams in the league. You went up there, and they come away with a 3-0 win.
Yeah, we caught. They were very good on the night, and they deserve full credit for their performance. We're disappointed to lose the first goal. We were under pressure, and Uzi was doing great. We were absorbing that pressure. So to lose a goal, it was soft on our part. We gave the ball away cheaply, and that led to the first goal. I thought in the second half we were excellent. Some great performances from our young lads there. What could have been a very challenging night, particularly for the young players. There's 4,500 people. There's a good atmosphere at a big game. But Raul was excellent in his performance. Spencer continues to be rock solid for us in the middle. Jordan Klipsch at centre back is doing really well. So some lads really grew up in the game. And the best we can hope for is another opportunity at that match. But they're certainly the benchmark in the league at the moment.
Coach, now with just a few games left of the conference, I believe sitting at 2-3, what's the mental state? What is it like for the team now? Of course, you'll need kind of a strong push here late in the season, but still, you're sitting in decent shape as long as you play well.
Absolutely, and I think we've had a good campaign, so you have to draw confidence from the games that we have played well. And we played well on Wednesday, and for periods, the other night we played well. We met our match. They were well prepared for us. The key for us is we finished very strong last year.
Right.
I think we won 3 of the last 4 and picked up 12 points in the run-in, 9 points in the run-in. So we've 2 matches at home to finish. We have to go to Temple at the weekend, we really need to do well in that game. We need to use Wednesday night in the non-conference to just get ourselves ready. We've a lot of experience in the team. They know where they want to be at the end of the year. So, look, I think most of the league needs to play well in the run-in. It's been that tight.
Coach, you mentioned Wednesday night UCA at Mike Rose. That'll be your final non-conference match of the season, and you've played UCA fairly frequently the last few years. You've got that deal going with them now when the teams come in. It's kind of the UCA Memphis Classic. We split the sites between Conway and Memphis, but very familiar with this program.
Yeah, we've had good matches, and they're doing really well. Ross does a great job with the lads there. He's really, really boosted the program. They got into the Missouri Valley, so that gave them a stable conference to play in. So, it's a great break for us to have a non-conference game, to be honest with you. And it's not that the game won't be competitive, but it's just that without us playing for points and the pressures of that and being on the road has been fairly demanding. So, nice to play a match where we can have a look at some lads and see how they can perform.
Then you jump right back into American Athletic play at Temple, you mentioned, on Saturday. And here's where you mentioned everyone's going to try to ramp it up here with about 4 conference matches to go.
There's everything to play for now. They're having a super season too. Similar start to us. Lately they've not won games, but they've drawn a lot of games. So it certainly shows the spirit of their camp, that they're competitive. They've tied South Florida and they've tied Connecticut. So they know how to stay in games, and we've watched some tape on them, and we'll get to work on that on Thursday after UCA.
Coach, as we wrap it up, you look at this final stretch, not just for you, but as we mentioned, all the teams in the American. Coming into the season, you thought if a team in this conference could finish 500 in this conference, finish with an even sheet there, and take care of some non-conference business, this could be a 3 or 4 bid league conference. So everyone is really fighting to get to that 500 mark or above.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. You got it spot on, and that's still very much a goal for us, and it's very attainable. It's just that you now have a lot of programs scrapping for that. But I always believed that to be 5-3 or 4-4 in the league was going to be a solid finish. So that's what we just have to keep shooting for here.
Makes for good matches, though. If everyone's scrapping to get to that, it's better than having one top-heavy team and then 9 other teams just chasing them.
It's very well balanced. I mean, college soccer is well balanced. If you look down the people's records, there's a lot of people floating around the 500 mark. So it's great, and that's partly what we enjoy the most about it, is the competition.
All right, well, Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That is head coach Richie Grant. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.